because it's for the next.
Okay.
It's for the next. Here, yeah, just change over. Don't worry, I'll keep it here. Have we refreshed the screen? Hmm? Good evening, everybody. It's super to be in Cape Town on a wet Tuesday night in summer. Gosh, the lighting is quite interesting. Can't actually see us. Thank you all for joining us, and it's super to have you all here. Before we start, I would just like to draw your attention to our conditions of business. Under these conditions, the auctioneer is entitled to place consecutive bids on any lot on the seller's behalf up to an increment below the reserve. If a lot is sold, the auctioneer will call out the paddle number of the buyer. If a lot is not sold, the auctioneer will say pass. The lighting is very bad. Can't see. Interesting lighting. Yep. Okay, let's start on lot number 101, the Thomas Buttersworth. It's very exciting to have an international sale again. We had our first international sale this time last year. So it is extraordinary to think that we've shot around a circle around the sun and we're back to an international sale in October, and obviously delighted with all of these exciting things that are included in the sale. It was really fun to sell because we don't have all these artworks every day hanging on our walls. So it's always fun to be able to do a little bit of different research and find some different buyers. Anyway, lot 101. The 4 ships in Table Bay, Cape of Good Hope by Thomas Butterworth. I like the fact that he was a sailor during the I can't say it. Thank you, wars. And he also was a marine painter for the Dutch East India Company, which is always interesting. We sort of forget about those historical moments. Anyway, we can start the bidding at 20,000, 22, 25 online, 25, 28 against you online. At 28 against you. The bid is against you all at 28, 30,000 online, 32 in the room. Thank you, evening sir. 32 is your bid. Against you online, against you on the phone, the bid is in the room at 32,000. Any further advance? 35 here. Online at 35. One more, sir? 38, thank you. In the room at 38. Your bid. Against you online, the bid is in the room. 40,000, new place. Thank you, though. 40 online at 40. Ian's bid on the telephone, 42 back in online. 45,000. 180 people already online. It's with you at 45. Against you online. 48,000. 50,000. Certainly doesn't look like this in Cape Town today. It is at 50 with you online, on the phone, Ian, thank you. Against you 5351, holding at 50,000. 55 back in. How about 60? 60 is yours. It's at 60 with you on the telephone, against you 5351, and Kayleen's dialing someone at 60. Holding in with you, against you 5351, the bid is holding at 60,000 rand. Fair warning 5351, still here on the telephone, and selling at 60,000 rand. Sold at 60,000, congratulations. 60,5283 is the paddle number. And thank you to the underbidders. Lot number 102, the Luigi Meyer, the Italian-German artist who was an assistant to Piranesi, the etcher and architect. And we can start with this watercolor and pastel on paper at 10, 11, 12. Oh my goodness, lots of interest. We have online bids at 22,000 rand. The bids are here online. We've zooped straight up, and it's at 22,000 rand. Online bidder 5131, you have it at 22,000. Are you coming in on the phone, Kelly? It's at 22,000 already online. Here at 22, 25,000. Thank you, 52. 28,000 back in. All online at the moment at 28,000 rand. 30,000. 32,000. At 32,000 Rand. Still online, 5131. Against you, 5294. It's holding at 32,000. Against the room, against the phones. The bid is here at 32. Are you coming in on the phones? 35. Back in new place online. 38,000. At 38,000. 196 people now. My goodness. We've connected. It's at 38,000 against you, Kayleen. It's online. If you want to bid, it'll be 40. Any of the underbidders online coming back in? It's holding at 38,000 Rand. Do you need some help? It's against you at 38,000 Rand. Fair warning. 5339, it's not with you, it's against you. Fair warning and selling. Do you wish to bid?
It's currently at 38,000 Rand. Would you like to bid 40,000 Rand? You don't want to bid?
Okay, selling then at 38,000. Are we selling or are we not selling? Because at the moment I'm selling online at 38,000 Rand. Fair warning to the telephone bidder and selling online at 38,000 Rand. Sold at 38,000. 5131 is the paddle number. Thank you very much and patience to the underbidders. You can try again on this lot, Kayleen, lot 103. And we have the Luigi Mayer work at the Port of Constantinople. Printed for Sir Robert Ainslie, the British ambassador to the Ottoman Empire. And again, a lot of interest, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,000. Online at 14. Thank you, 5131. You're going to make it a pair. 15,000 online at 15. 16,000 at 16,000. 17,000. 18,000 at 18,000 Rand. 19,000. 20,000. Thank you. All online at 20. Against the room. Still against you, Kayleen, at 22,000. The bids are here at 22. 25,000. 5131, you have it at 25, 28,000. 30,000. I have online at 30. 5131, you have it. 32, I'll take. We have an online bidder at 30, telephone bidder at 32, back in at 35. 38,000. All online at the moment at 30,000. 40,000. These are all online at 40. Lots of bidding online. 42,000. Quite fun to see it, a bit like ping pong, but we can't see the players. At 42,000, the bid is here at 42. 5046, you have it at 42,000. Against you 5131, it's holding at 42. Any more, Kayleen? The bid is here at 42. 45, thank you. Online bidder now, again, is out. It's 45, 48. New back in at 48. Next bid is 50. It's holding at 48,000 Rand. Bid with paddle 5046 against you, Kayleen, at 48,000. Any more? At 48,000. One more? Fair warning. Selling then. You bidding? Selling then at 48,000 Rand. Thank you, 48,000. Thank you very much. 5046. Lot number 104, the Henry Hillingford Parker work, Setting Sun. An artist trained at St. Martin's and in a Royal Academician, and this wonderful evocative evening setting, and 9,500, 10, 11, at 11,000. 11,000 Rand. Next bid is 12. It's against you online. The next bid would be 12, holding at 11,000 Rand. There was a flash of a bid. Are you coming back in? It's against you at 11,000. Any further advance of 11,000 Rand. Fair warning to the person who was bidding online. It is holding at 11,000 Rand. Sure, we're now at 214 bidders online. Thank you. You're back in at 12,000. Thank you, 5273. I can sell at 12,000. Any further advance of 12,000 Rand. Selling at 12,000. Sold at 12,000. Thank you very much. 5273. Jürgen Jettel, and we have a lot 105, Animals Near Water, Austrian artists, thank you very much, and 30,000, 35,000, 38,000, gosh, 38, 40, jumping from 40, obviously masses of online bidding because I'm jumping straight to 55. I'm hot here, it's at 55 with numerous bids online. holding at 55,000 Rand. You have it 5275 against all the bidders I was bidding with at 55,000. The bid is here at 55. Paddle 105 is holding at 55,000 Rand. Here at 55. Selling then at 55,000. Any more online? Because there was obviously numerous people behind you. At 55, yes, 60,000. Thank you. 5294, you have it. Against you, 5275. Holding at 60,000. 65,000. New place. No, sorry, original bidder at 65,000. Against you, 5294. Against the telephone bids, against the room. The bid is here at 65,000. Online. Any further advance at 65. Against you, paddle 5294. Fair warning. One more bid. Yes, you do. Thank you. 70,000. Your bid 5294 at 70. 75,000. At 75,000 Rand. Holding at 75,000. Are you coming back in 527? It's with you 5275. Are you coming back in 5294? Next bid would be 80. Here is 75,000. Any further advance of 75? Fair warning 5294. Against you at the moment and selling to 5275. Sold at 75,000. Thank you very much. 5275. Lot number 106. Work by the Australian artist Joe Sweetman of the Yarra. Studied at the Melbourne National Gallery, and a painter Wattle. We'd have to introduce her to some indigenous art plants if she came here, because we don't love wattle as much as the Aussies love wattle. And we can start the bidding at 9.5, 10,000, 11, at 11,000 Rand. At 11,000 Rand. Holding at the moment at 11. Work of the Wattles of the Yarra is at 11,000 Rand. Against the room, against the phone bidders, against you online, the bid is holding at the moment. Yes, 12 I have, thank you. With you at 12,000 Rand. Online bidder 5294, it's with you at 12. And selling with pleasure at 12,000 Rand. Sold at 12,000, thank you very much, 5294. Lot number 107, the wonderful work En Air by Edward Seago, Honfleur. Historical, painted with one of the historical landmarks in the little town. I like the fact that he went with the Duke of Edinburgh to Antarctica. And we can start the bidding on this lot. We have interest at 55,000, 60,000. Online at 60. Online bidder has it at 60. I'm going to take 62, and then the next bid is 65. Against you at 62, 62 with me. Are you coming back in paddle 5154? It's holding at 62 at the moment. With me at 62,000 Rand. Next bid is 65. Holding at 62. Your bid at 65,000. Thank you very much. The online bidder 5154, you have it at 65,000. Any more? It's 65. Next would be 68. Any more? It's with you at the moment. 5154 at 68,000 Rand. Sorry, 65. I didn't take 68. 65. With you 5154 at 65,000. Any more? Sure? Selling then at 65,000 Rand. Sold at 65,000. Thank you, 5154. Lot number 108. The very important artist Sidney Nolan, who died in 1992, and a view of the Thames. And we can start the bidding on this lot for the Nolan work, thank you, at 280,000 Rand. 280,000, at 280, 300, at 300,000, at 320, at 320,000 Rand. Holding at 320,000 Rand. Any more at 320? 350, thank you. Online you have it at 350. I wonder what the puffing smoke is on the left-hand side of the work, but it's holding at 350,000. Thank you, 5251. It's with you at the moment at 350,000. Your bid at 350 and selling. There's no one else coming in. I can sell at 350,000 Rand. Sold at 350,000. Thank you very much. 5251 is the number. Lot number 109 is the beginning of these little little series of Ken Howard's work, Early Summer in Cornwall. These wonderfully evocative works and actually very impressionistic in their style. And we have interest, and I have lots of bids on my book. So I'm going to start 19,000 with me at 19,000. Bids with me at 19,000 Rand. Holding at 19. Are you coming in on the phones? 20,000, 22,000. I'm going to take 22 with me at 22,000. 25 online, 28 with me. Next will be 30. 30,000, thanks Harish. It's your bid online, on the phone at 30. I'm out. My bids are out. It's with you on the telephone at 30. Against you, no, not for long. 32 online. Here's the bid at 32 with paddle 5204. 35,000, thank you. Telephone bidder has it at 35. Holding at 35,000, 38,000. Online at 38. Yes, thank you, 40,000. Telephone bidder at 40. Holding at 40,000 Rand. Telephone bidder against you 5204, not for long, 42. Arish, against you online, it's at 42,000. 45,000. Telephone bidder has it at 45. Cheerful summer, I'm not so sure the summer in England was quite as cheerful as this, but at 48,000. I think they had a lot of rain. I think you had a lot of rain here too in winter. 48, 50, thank you. Telephone bidder at 50. 5204, it's against you at the moment. Next bid is 55. 55, thank you. 60,000 is offered new place, I'm afraid. I've just taken it. 65,000. Telephone bidder has it at 65,000. Against you 5116 and 5204. It's holding at 65,000. Next bid is 70. An artist represented by Richard Green and the Portland Gallery is holding at 65,000 Rand. 70,000. No more? Thank you though to the under bidder. 75 back in online. 5204, it's with you at 75. It's against you 5116. It's holding at 75,000. Next bid is 80. Any more? It's against you 5204 and holding against you 5116 and selling at 75,000 Rand. Sold, on the hammer at 80. I knew that was going to happen. At 80,000. With pleasure at 80, but it's against you 5204. Next bid will be 85. It's with 80,000 Rand with paddle 5116, but it's against you 5204. The bid came in on the hammer. The next bid is 85,000 Rand. Do you want to bid again? It's holding at 80 against you. Next bid would be 85. Are you bidding in the back of the room? No? Holding then against you at 80,000. One more bid, 5204. You sure? Selling then at 80,000 Rand. Sold at 80,000. Thank you very much. And thank you to the underbidder, 5116. Lot number 110, another Ken Howard work. And thank you, we can start at back to the estimates of 17,000 Rand. At 17,000. Holding at 17,000. 18,000. You have it on the phone at 18,000. Against all the other underbidders on the last lot, maybe you want to have a go on this lot, it's at 18,000 Rand. Online at 18,000. Fair warning, I can sell at 18, no I can't. 19, new place. 20,000, thank you. Telephone bidder, you have it, Arish, at 20,000. Against you 5241 and holding at 20. 22, back in online. 25,000. 25,000. Telephone bidder against you 5241. The bid is here on the phone at 25,000. Against the room, the bid is on the phone against you 5241 and holding at 25,000. You coming back in? Sure? Selling then. Fair warning to the telephone bidder. Nope. 28,000. 30,000. Your telephone bid, you have it, Arisha, at 30,000. Against you 5241. Next bid will be 32. I can't see what it is in pounds. Maybe we can turn that conversion board slightly. 1,300. Amy, can you tilt it? Yeah, thanks. Can we... All right, hang on, here's someone coming to help you. At 30,000 Rand. Telephone bidder still has it with Arisha at 30,000 against you 5241 and holding at 30,000. Can everyone see it? I think everyone can. At 30,000, it is 1,320 pounds. And on the phone at the moment at 30,000. Against you 5241, fair warning. I'm selling at 30,000 Rand. Sold at 30,000, well done. 5003. Lot number 111, another work by Ken Howard, and we've already got interest at 20,000 Rand. Online at 20. You coming in on the phones on this one? Holding at 20,000. 22,000, thank you. Telephone bid at 25,000. 28,000. Two people bidding on this lot. It's on the telephone at the moment at 28,000. 30,000 online. 5268, new place. No, not new place, same place. 30,000, 32,000. Thank you, Rish, at 32. 35. At 35,000. 38,000. At 38,000 Rand. Your bid at 38 against you 5268. Risha's telephone bidder has it, not for long, it's 40. Back in at 40. 42,000. On the phone at 42,000 Rand. Next bid is 45. With you at 42,000. Are you coming back in 5268? The bid is against you at the moment at 42,000 Rand. Any more? Fair warning to the underbidder and selling on the telephone, sorry, new place at 45. Thank you for coming in at 45,000. 48,000. Telephone bidder has it at 48. Against you 5241, it's holding at 48. Next bid is 50. Still with you on the phone, Arish, it's at 48,000. Are you coming back in, paddle 5241? The bid is at 48,000 Rand. Fair warning and selling at 48,000 Rand. Sold at 48,000. Thank you, and thank you to the underbidder. 5003. Lot number 112, the Ken Howard's larger work preparing for the tall ships race. Wasn't it around here somewhere? Preparing for the tall ship race, just over there. I like this work. And we can start the bidding at 28,000, 30,000, at 30,000 Rand. At 30,000 Rand. Next bid is 32. Your bid at 32. On the phone at 32. You're coming back in online? It's against you at the moment at 32,000. The bid is here at 32. With you, Arisha, at 32,000. 35,000. 38,000. On the phone at 38. Against the online bidders, it's holding at 38,000 Rand. 5319, it's against you at 38. New back in at 40. 42,000. There's another bidder coming in as well, but it's at 42 on the phone at the moment. Holding at 42,000 Rand. 45,000, new place. You're lucky 48, 48,000. It's against you 5241 and against you 5319. It's holding at 48,000 Rand. Very English scene with lots of boats and flags. very summer a moment, and it's holding at 48,000 Rand. It's against you online, 5241 and 5319, and selling to the telephone bidder at 48,000. 50 back in. Thank you. Back in at 50. 55,000. At 55,000 Rand. You have it at the moment at 55, against you 5319, and it's still against you 5241 at 55,000. Telephone bid at the moment at 55. Fair warning, selling then at 55,000 Rand. Sold at 55,000, thank you very much, and that's 5003. And thank you to the underbidders. Lot number 113, Ken Howard's Falmouth work. Also some more rather summary views, and we have 18,000 Rand already offered online. The bid is here at 18,000. Here at 18. 19, thank you. Telephone bidder has it 19, 20,000. 22,000. 25,000. 28,000. 30,000. 32,000. Telephone bidder with Arisha has it at 32,000. Against you 5268 and holding at 32,000. 35,000. New place. 38. Against you 5241, it's at 38,000. Next bid is 40. You have it at 38,000. Arisha's bid at 38,000 against the room. Against you 5241. We're coming back in. It's holding at 38,000 Rand. Next bid is 40. Sure? Fair warning to paddle 5241. It's your bid to the same bid as the last at 38,000 Rand. Sold at 38,000. Thank you very much. And please congratulate the purchaser. A nice collection of Ken Howards. Lot number 114, we bumped down to the 17th century, the Italian School of St. Thomas, all on canvas, and we can start at 55,000, at 55, 60,000, at 60,000 Rand, at 60,000. Holding at 60,000 Rand. Any further asks? Thank you, sir. 65 at the back of the room. Your bid at 65. With you at 65,000 Rand. You have it at the back of the room. It's against you online, against the phones. It's your bid, sir, at 65,000 Rand. And selling? Sold at 65,000. Thank you, sir, and your number? 5360. Thank you very much. And lot number 115, we have the young girl, the Dutch school from the 18th century, and we can start at 22,000. With me at 22,000. At 22,000 Rand. Holding at 22, and I can sell at 22. The bid is with me at 22,000 Rand. Any more at 22,000 Rand. Sure? Selling then to the absent bidder at 22,000 Rand. Sold at 22,000. Thank you very much. And that's 5162 is the paddle number. Lot number 116, the cavalry outside a castle. Circle of Nicholas Bertram. And we can maybe 28,000, 30,000, at 32, at 32,000 Rand. At 32,000. Holding at 32,000 Rand. Any further advance of 32? Coming in online, the bid is at 32,000 at the moment. No more? Against you all then at 32,000 Rand. Pass the 32,000. Lot number 117, the Follow of Hoot, and we have got The Good Adventure as the title of this work, and 9,500, 10,000, at 10,000 Rand, at 10,000, thank you, 11,000. I'm out, it's with you at 11, your bid at 11,000 Rand. Any further advance and selling in the room at 11,000 Rand. Fair warning, it's your bid, sir, at 11,000 Rand. 12 online. Sure? 12.5 perhaps? Online bidder has it at the moment at 12,000. Against your room, new place at 13,000. 5292, it's yours at 13,000. Still against you in the room. The bid is here at 5292, and against you 5277, holding at 13,000 rand. Any more at 13? 14, back in. Is that a bird call? 14,000. I know, I was thinking, is it a bird call? It's quite effective. We all can hear it at 15,000. There was a person on the bus who wouldn't answer their phone, and one of the people in the London bus went pronto at the back of the bus. Feel like saying, can we help you? At maybe someone going to bid. That would be exciting. It's at 15,000 rand, holding at 15,000. 5292, you have it at 15. Against you 5277, the bid is here at 15,000 rand. Any further advance on you on 16? No? At 15,000. Fair warning 5277 at 15,000 rand. Sold at 15,000. 5292. Lot number 118, the School of Salvatore Rosa, the Forest and Mountain Landscape, and 17,000 rand. At 17,000. At 17,000, 18,000, 19,000. At 19 against you. 20? Sure? One more? It's holding at 19,000 rand. Any further advance of 19,000? I can't sell at 19, but I could at 20. No? Against you all in at 19,000 rand. Pass at 19. Lot number 119, we have Continental School, 18th century. Thank you very much. And 10,000. At 10, 11,000, 12,000. Thank you, sir. Your bid on the aisle at 12. Gentleman's bid in the room at 12,000. 13 against you. 14,000. Thank you. Your bid at 14. In the room, 15 back in online. 16,000. Thank you. Against you, 5270. The bid is in the room at 16. 17,000. 18,000. Thank you. 5270. It's against you. The bid is in the room. On the aisle at 17. Sorry, on the aisle at 18. 19,000. 20. I can't got myself confused. 20 with you, sir. In the room at 20,000 rand. Your bid. Against you, 5270 at 20. Holding and selling to the gentleman. If you're not going to bid again, 5270. It's your bid, sir, at 20,000 rand. Sold at 20. Thank you. Congratulations. Can I just see your paddle number? 5354. And thank you to the underbidder. Lot number 120. We've got the Italian School of the Flowers cascading over a stone pedestal. That's such a cataloguing terminology there, I think. And we can start at 17,000 rand. At 17,000 rand. Holding at 17,000. For the pair of works, it's at 17,000 against you at the moment. 17,000. Any more at 17? Can't sell at 17, but could at 18. If anyone feels like bidding, it's still against you all at 17,000 rand. Pass at 17. Lot number 121, and we're back to some works by Luigi Meyer. This is the underground church outside Jerusalem, and 12,000 rand, 13,000, 14 online. Thank you, paddle 5153. It's yours at 14,000. The bid is here at 14. With 280 people watching, it's holding at 14,000 with paddle 5153. And I can sell at 14,000 with pleasure. Selling at 14,000. If there's no more bids online, it's yours. Paddle 5153 at 14,000. Not for long. 15,000. 15,000. 513. Now 16,000. New place at 16. At 16,000 rand. Any more? 5292, you have it. It's against you 5319 and it's against you 5153. The bid is at 16,000 rand. Fair warning to the underbidders and selling at 16,000 rand. Sold at 16,000. Thank you very much. 5292. Lot number 122. The first of the photographer for the royal family and the costume designer Cecil Beaton. We have the Duchess of Malfi from 1924, and we have interest at 8,000. Holding online at 8,000 rand. At 8,000 rand. At 8,000 rand. Next bid is 8,800. Thank you. Online at 8,500. You have it 5273 at 8,500. It's against you 50. Not for long. 9,000. at 9,000 Rand. Against you 5273, the bid is at 9,000 Rand at the moment. Any more at 9,000 Rand. 9,500. At 9,500, 10,000. 5039, it's with you at 10. It's against you 5319, it's against the room. It's still against you all on the phone at 10,000 Rand. Any more? Any further advance of 10? 11, yes, thank you. 11. 12. What's she holding? A St. Joseph Lily. At 12,000 Rand. It's with you 5039. The bid is at 12,000 Rand. Against you 5319. Not for long. Thank you. 13,000. 14,000. Back in. All online at the moment at 14,000 with paddle 5039. Fair warning 5319. I'm selling then at 14,000 Rand to paddle 5039. Sold at 14,000. Thank you very much. 5039. And I'm going to hand over to Bina. Thank you very much and see you a little bit later.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes? No? Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Yes. Lovely full room tonight. What a treat. And 290 bidders online now. And I'm delighted to start with the first of the three works by Jack Vitriano, the very well-known Scottish artist. This first work is titled Bad Timing. Very worrying. He's trying so hard. She's not paying attention. The umbrella doesn't cover him. But a very, very interesting work. And start the bidding then at 550,000 Rand. For the first of the works by Jack Vitriano at 550,000 Rand now. At 550. At 550,000. 600. 650. At 650,000 Rand now. At 650. Holding at 650,000 Rand. At 650. No more. At 650,000 Rand. All done at 650. Pass at 650. Moving on then to lot 124. This is a lovely small-scale double portrait of sisters by Rose Hilton. And start the bidding at 15,000 Rand. At 15,000, 16, 17,000 Rand now. At 17,000 Rand I have. At 17,000. Holding at 17,000 Rand now. At 17,000 Rand. At 17. At 17,000. Fair warning now at 17,000 Rand. All done at 17. Pass at 17. Lot number 125. This is the second of the works by Jack Vitriano, titled The Proposal. Lovely couple on the beach, no shoes, umbrella, lovely dramatic background, and a perfect moment to propose to your wonderful bride-to-be. And I'd like to start the bidding then at 850,000 now for this lot, at 850, at 850,000 Rand now, at 850, 900, 950, at 950,000 Rand. At 1 million now. At 1 million Rand. Paddle 5361 at 1 million Rand now. Holding at 1 million. At 1 million. Fair warning at 1 million Rand then. All done. 1.1 million. New bidder now. Thank you. At 1.1 million Rand. 1.2. At 1.2 million. With you 5361, against you 5059 at 1.2. Holding at 1.2 million now. 1.3 million, thank you. At 1.4 million. At 1.4 million Rand. At 1.4. It's against you, 5059. 1.4 million for paddle 5361 now. At 1.4. Holding at 1.4 now. Fair warning at 1.4 million rand. Selling. It's against you, 5059. Selling then for 1.4. Sold. Thank you, and thank you to the underbidder. Lot number 126. This is the first of the 3 works by Harrington Mann. And 6.5, 7,000 I have on line 7.5. At 7,500 now. At 7.5. Against you on line. At 8,000, thank you. 5319. The bid is with you at 8,000 rand. At 8,000 now. At 8,000, 8.5. New bidder now, thank you. 5254. At 8.5. 9,000. 5319, it's yours at 9,000. 9.5. At 9,500, it's against you, 5319. Let's round it off to 10. At 9,500, 10,000, thank you. You're bidding, sir, 11,000 in the room against you online. Bids in the 12,000 back online. 529, 13,000 now. 14,000. 5294, thank you, at 14,000. 15,000. At 16,000. At 16,000. One more, shall we try? It's at 16,000 against you. 17, thank you, back in the room, against you online. 18,000 now. At 18,000, the bid is online. Thank you, 5294. At 18,000. At 18,000 rand. 19,000, thank you, sir. Back in the room at 19, against you online. At 19,000, your bid far back, 20,000 back online. At 20,000. At 20,000, holding at 20. No. Sure. At 22 now. Thank you. 5253. 25. At 25,000 rand. Holding at 25. All done. I'm going to sell at 25. No more. Selling then for 25,000. Sold 5294. Luckily, there are 2 more works by this artist, Harrington Mann. Very beautiful portrait of a woman in profile. 13 ads, there's a lot of interest. 20, 22, 25,000 rand I have. At 25, it's against you online, it's at 25,000 rand now. At 25. At 25, 28,000, 30 back with me. At 30,000. With 32, 35 with me. Bid is on my book, 38, 40 back with me. At 40,000, the bid is with me, it's against you online. 42, 45, it's my bid. 48, 50 back with me. 55, 60, it's my bid. 65, 70 back with me. 75, 80 back with me. Paddle game, 85,000 now. I've cleared my book, it's with you online, thank you. At 85,000 now. 5343, the bid is with you. At 85,000 rand. Very beautiful portrait, thank you. 90,000, 5223. At 90,000, 95, thank you. Let's round it off to 100. It's 95, 100,000, thank you. 5223. At 110. At 110. 120. 130. At 130. 5343 at 130. Holding at 130,000 now. All done at 130,000 rand. Selling then, sold, 130,000 rand, 5343. Lot number 128, for all those that have missed out on Harrington Man. Luckily, we have women in an interior. Lovely intimate work, oil on board. Start the bidding at 19,000 rand, at 19,000. 2022. At 22,000 rand now, at 22,000. At 22. Holding at 22,000 rand. 25, thank you. At 25 now. 28. 5343, thank you. It's yours at 28. 30,000 now. Back with 5253. 32. At 32,000. 35. 38. 40. 42. At 42, thank you, 5343, at 42,000 rand now. Bid is online, 42,000. 45, new bidder now, thank you. 48. 50,000. 5294, it's your bid, 55. 60,000. 65. 70,000. 75. At 75,000. Shall we just jump to 100? It's at 75,000. 5343. At 75,000. 80,000. At 80,000. It's with you, 5294. At 80,000 rand. At 80,000. All done at 80. Fair warning, 85. Thank you. 90,000. At 95. 100,000. 110. 120. 130. 140. 150. 160. 170. 180. 190. At 190,000, 200,000 now. Thank you, 5294. 220. At 220,000. 9,600 pounds. At 220,000 rand now. Holding at 220. All done at 220,000. No, we are not done. It's at 250 now. Thank you. At 250. At 250,000 rand. At 250, holding at 250 now. It's your bid, 5294. It's against you, 5343. Fair warning now. Selling for 250,000 rand, 280 now. Next bid is 300. At 280,000. At 280. At 280,000 rand. Are we all done now at 280? Selling then for 280,000. Sold. 5343. Thank you to the underbidders. Thank you very much. Moving on to lot 129, the Bernard Dunstan, nude in an interior. And start the bidding, lovely intimate work at 13,000. 14,000, 15,000 I have. At 15,000, it's against you at 15,000 rand. At 15,000. 16,000, thank you. At 16,000 rand now. Paddle 5319, it's your bid at 16,000. At 16, 17,000, new place. 5357, thank you. At 17,000. 18,000. At 18,000. Beautiful intimate work at 18,000. Holding at 18, 19,000. 5230, thank you. At 19,000. 20,000. At 20,000. 5319, it's your bid at 20, 22 now. Back with 5230 at 22,000 rand. 25. 28. At 28,000. 30,000 now. Back with 5319, it's your bid at 30,000 rand. At 30,000. At 30,000 rand. Fair warning at 30,000 rand. Selling then for 30,000, 32,000 now, new bidder. Thank you. At 32,000, new bidder now, 5357, thank you. At 32,000. Next bid is 35, holding at 32 now. Fair warning. At 32,000 rand. No more. Selling then for 32,000. Sold 5357. Lot number 130. This is the David Hockney Celia Looks, signed and dated, lithograph signed and dated 1980, number 21 of 54. This, of course, is Celia Birtwell, the artist's most famous muse. Lovely thin lines, essential lines to depict her face and her profile, and start the bidding at 95,000. At 95,000 rand. At 95. At 95,000, 100,000, 110. At 110,000 rand now. At 110. At 110,000 rand. At 110. At 110,000 rand. Holding at 110. No more. At 110,000 rand. Pass at 110. Lot 131. This is the second of the works by David Hockney. This is Christopher Isherwood and Don Bacardi. Lovely large-scale double portrait of the famed English writer and his partner, the American visual artist. Signed and dated 76, numbered 91 of 96. And start the bidding then at 110,000 rand. At 110, 120, 130. At 130,000 rand. At 130. Holding at 130,000 rand now. At 140, thank you. Bid is online at 140. At 140,000 rand. Do you want to jump in? It's online at 140. 150. It's your bid, Elmarie, at 150,000. Thank you. 150 against you. Bids on the phone at 150,000 with Elmarie. Holding 160 now. Thank you. Against you, Elmarie. $170,000 back with Elmarie on the telephone. At 170,000, it's your bid, Elmarie. at 170,000. It's against you online. Holding at 170. Fair warning at 170,000 rand now. All done. Selling then for 170,000. Sold. Thank you. 5114. Lot 132, this is the third of the works by Jack Vetriano. This one is called Good Information, depicting three toughs at the races caught contemplating their race cards, hopefully with good information for them to hear soon. He has huge interest in the races, one of his most popular themes. Incredible work. And start the bidding for this lot then at 950,000. At 950,000 rand. At 950,000 rand. 1 million. 1.1 million. At 1.1 million rand. At 1.1 million rand. At 1.1. 1.2 million. At 1.2 million rand. Holding at 1.2 million rand. 1.3 million. At 1.3 million rand now. It's against you online. The bid is at 1.3 million rand. At 1.3. Holding at 1.3. At 1.3 million rand. Holding at 1.3. Fair warning at 1.3 million rand. No more? At 1.3. Pass at 1.3. Lot number 133, this is the Anthony Scullion, the portrait. And start the bidding at 40,000 rand, at 40,000 rand. 42, 45, 45,000 rand now, at 45,000. Holding at 45,000 rand now, at 45. At 45,000 rand. At 45,000 rand. No? At 45,000 then. Pass at 45. Lot number 134. This is the first of the works by Pablo Picasso. Le peintre et son modèle, the artist and his model. Aquatint etching on paper, sign numbered 9 of 50. I have interest in this lot. Start the bidding then at 100, 120, 130, 140, 150 I have. At 150,000 I have. At 150. At 150,000 rand now. Lots of interest at 150. 160, thank you. At 160,000, far back. 170 with Kayleen on the telephone. Kayleen's bid at 170,000. It's against you in the room. 180,000 now, new bidder with Elmarie. 190,000 with Kayleen. 200,000 with Elmarie. 220, thank you, Kayleen. At 220 with Kayleen. At 220, bidders with Kayleen. $250,000 now with Elmarie, thank you. Elmarie's bid at 250 now. at 250,000 with Elmarie on the telephone. It's against you, Kayleen. It's against you in the room. At 250. All done at 250,000 rand then. Selling for 250, sold. Thank you very much. 5202. Lot number 135. This is the Pablo Picasso Picador. The picture with a custom-made box. And start the bidding. There's a lot of interest again in this lot at 50, 55, 60,000 rand. At 60,000 rand I have. At 60,000. At 60,000 rand. Bid is with me at 60. At 60,000 now. Holding at 60,000. 65. 70 back with me. At 70,000, the bid is with me. 75, 80,000 back with me. At 80,000, the bid is with me. It's against you online. 85, 90,000 back with me. At 90,000, the bid is with me. It's against you online. Would you like to try one more? It's at 90,000. Holding at 90,000 rand. 95, 100,000 back with me. At 100,000 now. It is with me at 100,000. At 100,000 rand. Fair warning at 100,000 rand then. No more. Selling for 100,000 rand. Sold. Thank you. 5327. Excellent. Lot number 136. This is the Pablo Picasso, the Visage au Trait on X, face with X-shaped features. And start the bidding then. Again, I have interest on this lot. 22, 25, 28, 30,000 rand with me at 30,000. Against you online, Elmarie, I have 30,000 against you at 30,000. 32 I have online, thank you. 35 back with me. $38, 40 back with me. 42, 45, 48, 50 is my bid. My absentee bid against you at 50,000. At 50,000, 55, 60 back with me. At 60,000, the bid is 65, 70,000 back with me. 75, 80,000 is my bid. At 80,000, the bid is with me. 85, 90 back with me. At 90,000, 95, 100,000, it's my bid. At 100,000 rand. At 100,000 rand now. Holding 110. Thank you. At 110,000, it's your bid, 5113. I've cleared my book at 110,000 rand now. At 110. Holding at 110. Paddle 5113 at 110,000 rand now. All done. Selling then for 110,000. Sold. Thank you very much. 5113. Lot number 137. This is another work by Pablo Picasso, Service Visage Noir, Assiette K, blackface, service plate, bears the Madura and D'après Picasso, dated 1948, and the title on a plaque adhered to the frame. And start the bidding on this lot. I have 70,000. Thank you. Bid is 70,000 online, 5310 at 70,000 rand. 70,000 rand. At 70,000 rand now. Holding at 70,000. Bid is online. 5310. Thank you. 75. New bidder now. Thank you. At 75, paddle 5113, it's your bid. It's against you, 5310. At 75,000. 80,000 now. At 80,000. At 80,000 rand. 85. At 85,000 rand. At 85,000 rand. 90,000. At 90,000. 95,000. At 95, paddle 5113 at 95,000 rand. At 95. At 95,000. 100,000. Back with 5310 at 100,000 rand. At 100,000. 110. At 110,000 now. At 110. At 110,000 rand. Holding at 110. 5113, it's your bid. Fair warning at 110,000 rand. 120,000. New bidder now. 5100. Thank you. $120,000, new bidder, 130,000, it's against you. At 130,000, it's against you, 5100. It's against you. 140,000, thank you. Back with 5100. At 140. At 140,000 now. All done. Selling. Fair warning now, 150,000. Paddle 5113. At 150,000 rand. Shall we try one more? At 150,000 rand now. Selling for 150,000. Sold, 5113. Lot number 138, showing here on my right, titled also by Pablo Picasso, titled Tet, a recto verso work that we've been delighted to have the privilege of handling. This is a double-sided mixed media work demonstrating Picasso's experimental approach to expanding his visual vocabulary. There are two distinctly different drawings executed on the same day, not only in the choice of media, but also in his approach to the subject. Incredible work executed in 1967. And start the bidding then for this lot at 5.2 million rand. At 5.2 million rand. At 5.2. At 5.2 million rand. 5.4 million. 5.6 million. With Arisha at 5.6 million. $5.6 million with Arisha now. At 5.6 million rand with Arisha at 5.6. At 5.6. 5.8 million. Bid is online. Thank you, 5004 at 5.8 million rand now. 6 million. Thank you. On the telephone with Arisha at 6 million rand. At 6 million rand. On the telephone at 6 million rand now. Holding at 6 million. At 6 million rand. 6.2 million. 6.4 million. Back with Arisha on the telephone. 6.4 million with Arisha. It's against you online. With Arisha at 6.4 million rand. At 6.4. At 6.4, would you like to try one more? At 6.4 million rand now, with Arisha on the telephone, against you online. At 6.4. Holding at 6.4 million rand now. Fair warning at 6.4 million rand. Selling to your bidder, Arisha, at 6.4 million rand, then sold. 5309. Thank you, and thank you to the underbidder. Lot number 139, there's a sale room notice on this lot. It's an oil on board. Lovely work by Dorothea Sharp, British artist, noted for her sunlit and lovely idyllic paintings of flowers, amongst other things. And start the bidding at 70, 75, 80,000 rand I have. At 80,000 rand, 85,000 online now. At 85. 5311, it's your bid at 85. Would you like to jump in, Ian? At 85. 90,000 now. With Ian on the telephone against you online. 95, thank you. 100,000 with Ian. 110, back online against you. 120 with Ian. 130 back online. 140,000 back with Ian on the telephone against you online. At 140. Ian's bid on the telephone at 140,000. It's against you online. Of all the still lives, I just think this one is so beautiful. At 140,000 rand, with Ian on the telephone at 140. On my right here. At 140,000 rand. Your bid, Ian, it's against you online. All done at 140. Fair warning now. Sold. Thank you, Ian. Lucky owner, 5279. Thank you. Lot number 140. This is the Belgian painter Le Bien de ce Monde, The Goods of This World, executed in 1953 in the style of 17th century Flemish still lives. Very interesting work full of symbolism. And start the bidding at 32,000 rand now. At 32, 35, 38, at 38,000 rand now. At 38,000 rand. At 38. Holding at 38, 40,000. Thank you, Kayleen. On the telephone with Kayleen at 40,000 rand now. At 40,000 rand. At 40,000 rand. Your bid, Kayleen, at 40,000 now. Was that a bid? Okay. At 40,000 rand. Fair warning then, 40,000 rand. Thank you, Kayleen. Sold 5069. Lot number 141. This is the Philip Jean, the standing figure, signed and numbered 96 of 300, bronze on a marble base. And 13, 14, 15,000 rand is bid at 15,000 rand. At 15,000 rand. At 15,000. The bid is with me at 15,000 rand. At 15,000 rand. Holding at 15. At 15,000 rand, then fair warning. All done. At 15,000. Sold to my bidder at 5323. Lot number 142. This is the Serge Liefer by Cecil Beaton, the British artist and celebrated photographer, acclaimed also for his set and costume design. And 7,000 rand is bid at 7,000, 7,500, 8,000. At 8,000 rand I have. At 8,000 rand now. At 8,000. 8.5 with Ian on the telephone, against you online. With Ian at 8,500. 9,000 online. At 9,000, the bid is online. Want to jump in, Susie? Susie's bidder now at 9.5, thank you. Oh dear. Try and save it. 10,000 back online against you, Susie. So 10,000 Rand paddle 5-3 to 11,000 with Susie against you online. It's 11,000 on the telephone. It's against you online looking for 12. At 12,000, thank you. New place. 13,000 with Susie's bidder. At 13,000. 14,000, thank you, Ian. 14,000 against you online, jumping in at 15, thank you. At 15,000. 16,000 with Susie now. No? Susie, are you not? 16,000, thank you, Susie. 17,000 with Ian now. Your bid, Ian, at 17. Against you, 18,000 back online. Thank you, Ian. Bid is online at 18. 19,000 new place. New place at 19,000 Rand now. Let's round it off to 20 we have. Thank you. 5319. At 20,000 Rand. No? Susie's out. 20,000 Rand, 5319. Holding at 20. At 20,000, 22, thank you. 5292, your bid. At 22. At 22,000 Rand now. Fair warning at 22,000 Rand, against you 5319, selling then for 22,000, sold 5292 at 22,5292. Lot number 143, this is the small bronze on a marble base by distinguished British sculptor Albert Toft, executed in 1900, and start the bidding at 25, 28, 30,000 Rand I have, at 30,000, at 30,000 Rand now, at 30,000 Rand. Holding at 30,000 now. Bid is with me, it's against you online, against you in the room at 30,000 Rand, fair warning then, selling for 30,000, sold, paddle number 5215. I've written it all down, Francis. Lot 144, the Seated Nude by James Butler, over here in front of us. Executed in 1973, number 3 of 8, and start the bidding at 22, 25, 28,000 Rand, at 28,000 Rand now, at 28,000. Holding at 28,000 Rand, at 28. At 28. Looking for 30 at 28,000 Rand. No? Fair warning then at 28. Pass at 28,000. Passing back now to Susie. We'll continue.
Just before we start, there seems to be a very unhappy BMW in the car park. It's a MJB 1 Series BM. That's alarm is going off. I don't know if somebody maybe wants to go and check before it runs the battery down. Okay, we can start on this fabulous Marc Chagall that we have behind me, and what a privilege it is to handle a work, The Window in Paris. It is accompanied by a copy of Les Arts International invoice and the certificate of authenticity dated 1990. And obviously it has, as you've seen in the cataloging notes, there's numerous detailed provenance of where it's been and how it's landed up being in South Africa. So it's with great delight to be offering this wonderful work. And thank you. And as you can imagine, we have interest. And the bidding starts, which is nice to see. The bidding starts online with 5.2, 5.5, 5.4, 5.6 online. Bid is here at 5.6 million rand. I can sell at 5.6, so it's delighted to see it at 5.6. Thank you. Bid online at 5.6 million rand. 5322, you have it here at 5.8 million. Thank you, at 5.8 million. Telephone bidder with Arisha at 5.8. Arisha's holding on the phone at 5.8 million. How about 6? You're coming back in line, 5322. It's holding 6 million online. Thank you. Your bid at 6, Elmarie. With you at 6 million rand. 6.2 million. I'm going to go 6.5 next. Or 6.4, I don't mind. 6.4 million with pleasure. 6.4 million. Next bid will be 6.6 then. Keep Frances on her toes. 6.6 million. Thank you. Arisha's telephone bid at 6.6. Still against you online. 5.322. Do jump in if you want. It's on the phone at 6.6. Anyone in the room coming in? It's against you all at 6.6 million. Sure? Holding then at 6.6. How about 6.8? At 6.6 million. 6.8 million. 7 million. Holding at 7 million. Next bid will be delighted to take 7.2. How about 7.1? Maybe that'll help. Of course you can. I'm offering it to you. I'd be delighted to give you 7.1. No? Then against you then, Arisha, the bid is with you at 7 million rand. Anyone would like to come in the room at 7.1? No? Sure? Selling then to Arisha on the telephone at 7 million rand. Sold at 7 million. 5044. Congratulations. And thank you to the underbidder. Lot number 100, or underbidders. Lot number 146, the Francis Bacon Study for Self-Portrait. Offset lithograph, thank you very much. And we can start at 65,000. 65 is offered. At 65,000, online at 65. 68 against you. At 68,000. Gee, we're getting coke stages at the stage. At 68,000. Against you all at 68, 70,000. What happened to coffee? At 70,000. You have it at 70, 75,000, thank you. Online at 75, both bidders are online. It's with paddle 5318 at 75,000, 80,000. At 80,000. At 80,000 rand. You have it at 80. Thank you, 5262. It's against you, 5318. The bid is holding at 80,000 rand. Next bid is 85. Holding at 80,000 rand. Study for Self-Portrait is coming back in, thank you. And a new bidder at 85,000. At 85,000. There's a big retrospective of Francis Bacon in London at the moment. And it's holding at 85,000 rand. It's a bumper crop of exhibitions in London. I think you can see Van Gogh too. At 85,000. You have it 5114. It's holding at 85,000. Next bid is 90. 5262. One more bid. Any more? At 85,000. Holding at 85. I think his sister, didn't he, Sean, live in Eastern Cape? Holding at 80, 85, 90,000. Thank you. At 90,000. Back in Faddle 5323 at 90,000. Holding at 90,000 rand. Against you, 5114 and 5262. New place at 95,000 with 5248. Thank you. Sure, lots of new bidders on this lot. 353 people online. Holding at 95,000 rand. I wonder how many countries are online. The bid is with you, 5248 at 95,000. 100,000, back in at 100,000. Against you 5248, against you 5114, against you 5323. The bid is holding at 100,000 Rand. For the Francis Bacon study of a self-portrait, fair warning and selling. No, I'm not, at 110 now. Back in at 110. At 110,000. Any more? At 110. 120. At 120,000 Rand. 5248, you have it at the moment. Against you 5114, back in now at 130. With you 15114, against you 5248. Fair warning and selling then at 130,000 Rand. You have it 5114, you do not have it 5248. It's against you on the phones at 130,000 Rand. Back in at 140,000. At 140,000. Holding at 140. Any further advance? Yes, there is at 150,000. Holding at 150. You can connect to the world, but we can't see you. It's sort of with paddle 5114 and holding at 150,000 Rand. Against you 5248, still at 150,000 Rand. Can we sell? Fair warning at but paddle 5118, it's your bid at 150,000. Not with you 5248 and selling at 150,000 Rand. Sold at 150, thank you very much. 5114 is the paddle. Lot number 147, we have the wonderful Francis Bacon aquatint on paper, and it's the triptych, and I think it's showing on the wall around the corner, and thank you very much, at 500,000 Rand, at 500, 550, 600, at 600,000 Rand, at 600,000 Rand. My bidder at 600,000, the bidder's with me at 600, against you in the room, against you on the phone, it's with me at 600,000 Rand. Any further advance of 600? I think that's a good sign. At 600,000 Rand, the spirits are here at 600,000 Rand and selling at 600,000 Rand. I think you need another glass with something in it. At 600,000 and selling, sold at 600. Thank you very much. And it's to the paddle number 5262. Lot number 148, the American artist Richard Estes, and we've got Piccadilly Station number 1 from Urban Landscapes 2 in 1979, and this wonderful work we can start the bidding at 13,000, 14,000. Doesn't normally look like this at Piccadilly, but at 14,000, 15,000, online at 15. Online bidder has it at the moment at 15,000 Rand. Particularly on a Friday, it is definitely a very lovely empty scene at Piccadilly, and it's holding at 15,000 Rand. Any more? And selling at 15,000, 16,000 in the room, thank you. At 16,000, 17,000, 18,000. Your room in the room at 18. Ladies bid at 18, 19,000 online, 20,000. It's against you 5319, not for long at 22,000, 25,000. Still with you at 25, 28,000. Thank you though. Paddle 5319, you have it. It's against you in the room at 28,000 Rand. Any more? At 28,000. Selling then at 28,000. Sold at 28,000. Thank you very much. Paddle 5319. Thank you to the underbidder. Lot number 149. the Jubilee 2 work from Jim Dine from 2004, and 45,000, 48,000, at 48,000, 50, 55,000. I'm going to go 58 against you, at 58,000 against you. Next bid will be 60. At 55 I took online and 58 against you. Next bid will be 60. Holding at 58,000 rand. There's a bid online, you're coming back in, the bid is at 58 against you. Next bid will be 60. Fair warning? You sure? Can't sell at 58, but I can at 60. Thank you. Bidding at 60. There's your bid. Thank you very much. You have it. It's with you at 60,000 rand. Your bid at 60. Sold at 60,000. 5212 at 60,000. Thank you very much. Lot number 150. This wonderful work by Robert Longo, the American artist, the lithograph on paper. Wasn't this used on the cover of a book? And we can start at 350,000 rand, at 350, at 380,000, at 380,000. Untitled Frank, Men in the City series, and it's at 400,000, at 400,000 rand. Holding at 400,000. Wasn't this used on the cover of a book, Sean? Yes? Okay, I thought I was seeing things and I was remembering the book. At 400,000 rand. It's with you, 5319, against you on the phones, against the room. The bid is online at 400,000 rand. Sold at 400,000. Thank you very much to paddle 5319. I've got too many notes there. It looks funny. Lot number 151, the Spanish artist Antonio Clave, and it's called Echo, 64 out of 80. The lino cut embossed on aluminium, and 13,000, 14,000, at 14,000 rand, at 14,000, at 14,000 rand. Any more for Echo at 14,000. Against you all at 14,000. Pass at 14. Lot number 152, and we've got this mixed media Venezuelan artist Soto, and thank you, 55,000, at 55, 60, at 60,000, 65,000, at 65,000 rand, at 65,000 rand. Any further advance of 65,000 rand? Sure? No more? Pass at 65. Lot number 153, the wonderful Mod Brit artist, Terry Frost, color on the side, the Dominic Kemp number 49, like these colors, and lithograph on paper. And thank you, we can start at 15, 16,000, at 17,000 rand, at 17,000 rand. Holding at 17,000 rand. 18,000, thank you. Online bidder has it at 18 at the moment. Your bid at 18. With you at 18,000 rand. Any more? Are you coming on the phones? No? It's selling then to 5195 at 18,000 rand. Sold at 18,000. Thank you, 5195. You have it. Lot number 154. First of the Damien Hirst, obviously the rock star in the 90s Mod Brit artist, obviously continued from then, but when he launched himself, and this has got some extra provenance about when it was sold here originally, and we can start on this color etching, and we have interest in this lot, thank you, at 100,000, at 110,000, at 110,000, at 120, 130, at 130,000. Against you 5177, it's holding at 130. 140, thank you. Your bid online at 140. At 140,000. 150, thank you. Kayleen's bidder has it at 150 on the phone. Against you 5177, and it's against my online bidder, my absent bidder at 160, new place. At 160,000. At 160, 170. At 180 now. Next is 190, 180, 15242. You have it at 180, 190. Thank you. Galen's bidder at 190. Next bid is 52 with 5242 will be 200,000. Holding 200. Yes, yours at 200. Holding at 200, 220. Thank you. At 220,000 rand. On the phone, against you 5242, it's holding at 220,000 rand. Any more at 220. 250, new place. Okay, thank you though. Please thank the underbidder. It's at 250,000 with paddle 5195. Against the phones, against you 5242, and selling at 250,000 rand. Sold at 250. Thank you very much. 5195. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you very much. Lot number 155. The Victor Vassarelli CTA 102 is the title, and we have interest in this lot, and we've got 3 tie bids. I don't know what that means, a triple bid. A triple bid at 12,000 rand. First one in gets it. It's at 12,000 rand. With the triple bidders, it sounds like a triple tot or triple, I don't know what, triple tie at 12,000 rand. The bid is here at 12,000. Any further advance? 13. You've broken my tie. It's with you now, 5184 at 13,000 rand. Thank you. You have it, paddle 5184. If any of you online want to jump back in from the tie bids, please do. It is with you at 13,000, 14,000. 14,000. At 14,000 rand. 15,000. At 15,000 rand. You have it 5184, it's with you. Against you 5114 and holding at 15,000 rand. Next bid is 16. Thank you, 16,000. It's a push bid. There's another bid coming. It's at 16,000 rand. Paddle 5114 with you at 16. 5184, you're going to bid again. It's holding at 16,000 rand. Sure? Fair warning to the underbidder 5184. You're back in, thank you. 17,000. At 17,000 rand. Against you 5114 and against the room. Selling then at 17,000 rand. Sold at 17,000. Thank you very much. 5184. Lot number 156. Another work by Damien Hirst, the Empress Series, H10-1. We had these behind us at the CWG auction in Stellenbosch in Somerset West a couple of weeks ago. Very beautiful images. And thank you. We can start at 35,000. At 35,000. At 35,000 rand. Holding at 35,000. Ms. Butterfly works at 35,000. The bid is against you all at 35,000. Any further advance of 35,000. Can't sell at 35, but I can at 38. If anyone wants to bid, it's holding at 35,000 rand against you all. Sure? Fair warning at 35,000 rand. Pass at 35. Lot number 157. Another work from the Empress Series. This is Soko by Damien Hirst. And we have interest in this lot at 35,000 rand. At 35,000. At 35,000. Holding at 35,000 at the moment. At 35,000. 38,000. Any more at 38,000. Selling then to the absent bidder at 38,000. 39,000. 40 with me, sir. I'll take 41. Your bid at 41. The back of the room at 41. Selling then to you at 41,000 rand. And your paddle, sir, congratulations, 5360. Do you want the other lot as well? You sure? They look very nice together. We had them hanging next door to each other in Stellenbosch, in Somerset West. Lot number 158, the Palladino, the Italian artist, the treasure work, and it says, please note this lot is signed and dated 1993, numbered 16, and inscribed with the title on reverse. This comes from the Linda Givon collection of the Goodman Gallery, Linda Givon. It's lovely work with these gorgeous blues, and 32,000, 35,000, 38,000 rand. 38,000. Any further advance of 38,000 rand? Holding at 38. 40,000, thank you. Online at 40. The bid is online at 40,000. Are you bidding on this? No? Online bidder has it then at 40 and selling at 40,000 rand. You have it, paddle 5323. Elmarie's bidder is out at 40,000 and selling to the bidder 5323. Oh my goodness. Sold before we did, but at least we're heading in the right direction. 5, but hang on, I didn't see the paddle number. 5323, thank you. Lot number 159, the Alan Davey wheel for Little J, number 3. And thank you, 25,000 rand, 28,000. The Scottish artist is holding at 28,000 rand. Are you bidding on this lot? It's at 28,000. 30's next. All on paper is holding at 28. 30,000, thank you. You have it at 30,000. Elmarie's bidder at 30,000. With you and selling at 30,000 rand. Sold at 30,000, thank you very much. 5, what was your paddle? I didn't see. Elmarie, your paddle. 5189, thank you. Lot number 160. And we have a work by the American artist John Boulder. Ooh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Behold Horizontal Series, signed and dated from 03, again from the Givon collection, and we have 40 offered, here on 40,000. The bid is online at 40,000. Online bidder has it at 40,000. Any further advance of 40,000? You coming on telephones? The bid is here at 40. 42,000, thank you. 45,000. $45 online. It's against the room. It's against Eurisha. The bid is here at 45,000. 48,000. 50,000. 5, 3, 6, 7. You have it at 50,000. 60,000. Sorry, 55,000. Nearly jumped up 10. 60,000 is bid again, though. 65,000. Telephone bidder has it. It's against you, 5367. It's holding at 65,000 rand. Still with Eurisha at 65,000. Against you in the room at 65,000. Sure? Selling against you, 5367, and selling on the phone at 65,000. Sold at 65,000, 5085. Thank you very much, and thank you to the underbidder. This wonderful lot 161, the Louise Bourgeois, the scissors, and from 1994, and we've interest in this lot, and we've got 25,000, 28,000, at 28,000, holding at 28,000. Next bid is 30. It's yours at 30. Thank you, 5319, at 30,000 rand. You have it at 30. It's against all 69 bidders. It's holding at 30,000 rand. Any more? Selling then at 30,000 rand. Sold at 30,000. 5319. Lot number 162, we've got the British artist Henry Moore, two-seated woman, CGM 85, lithograph in 8 colors, and we've got, thank you very much, interest, and we've got 16, 17, 18,000 rand, at 18,000, oh my goodness, 19, 20, put your head up and there's lots of people. It's at 20 with me, but you can bid again. I've got it at the moment at 20, how about 21 if there was so much enthusiasm? 21. Ladies bid at 21. Sir, do you want 22? No? 22 behind you. Another lady's bid at 22. Behind you, 22. 23? You sure? It's yours still at 22. 23 online. The bid is online at 23. Oh, sorry, 23. It is online at 23. 24 in the room. 24,000 in the room. Lady further forward at 24. It's against you at the back of the room and it's against you online. The bid is in orange at 24,000. Against you 5-2. Nope, back at 25. 20. I'll take 26 further back. In red at 26. Holding at 26,000. 27,000. Here at 27. 5230 has it. It's against both of you in the room. One more bid at 28. No more? Sure? Thank you, Vo. Further back at 28 or not? It's selling here at 24 at 27 at the moment. Thank you, though. Online bidder 5230. You have it at 27,000 rand. Sold at 27,000. Thank you very much. 5230. Maybe you can help me with the pronunciation of this one, sir. Lot 163, the Cuban artist. And we can start the Carlos Gassa. Any help? This one's a bad one for my pronunciations. We'll stick with maybe the Cuban photographer. And it's from the Linda Givon collection. And at 42, 45, 48,000 rand. At 48,000. At 48,000. About the grandfather's clock and the time is gone. Sure, appropriate title. And it's holding at 48,000 rand. Any more at 48,000. Fair warning. At 48,000. Pass at 48. I like this work. Lot number 164, Isaac Julian's Love, the British artist. Again from the Givon collection. It was above our jewelry view. Very appropriate. And 15,000. 16, 17. At 17,000 rand. At 17,000. Signed and dated from 2003. Holding at 17,000 rand. Any more at 17,000. Pass at 17. Lot number 165, the Shireen Nesat work, which has got a sale room notice. Please note this lot is signed and dated 1997, number 2 of over 3, out of 3, sorry, and inscribed with the series title on the reverse. The title is Untitled Turbulent Series. Dated 1997, as I stated. And we can start the bidding at 900,000. At 900,000 rand. At 900,000. At 900,000. 950,000. At 950,000 rand. At 950,000. Holding at 950. 1 million. At 1 million rand. Any more at 1 million rand? Sure? It's against you then at 1 million rand. Pass at 1 million. Lot number 166, the Joel Sternfeld work, and 20,000, 22,000. Opening this lot at 22,000 rand. Any further advance of 22,000 rand? No more? Against you all then at 22. I can't sell at 22, but I can at 25. Holding then at 22,000 rand. Would you like to bid, sir? Is that what you... No, you sure? Holding then at 22. It looked rather dramatic. I was thinking maybe that was quite exciting. Holding then at 22,000 rand. Pass at 22,000. Lot number 167, the Mario Sorori. Landscape with trees, the mixed media on paper, and 16,000, 17,000 rand. At 17,000. at 17,000, 18,000, 19,000. Next bid is 20, 20,000. Thank you, 5319 at 20,000 Rand. Selling then at 20,000 Rand. Sold at 20, thank you very much, 5319. Lot number 68, the American work by the Lucas Samaras and the flower chair Burn 3 with obviously the iconic image in the background of the Twin Towers. And thank you, 130,000 is offered online, 130, 140 at 140, against you at 140, next bid is 150. Heavens, I thought that was tea. At 140,000 Rand. Any further advance at 100 and whose trick was that? I got whiskey instead of tea. It's very well hidden at 140,000 Rand. It's against you 1547 at 140. Next bid is 150. Sure. At 140,000. Are you coming back in 5147? Love to be able to sell it to you. I can sell it 150. Not at 140. No more? Fair warning at 140,000 Rand. 140, thank you very much. Unsold. Lot number 169. The Mario Sirori, and its kneeling figure with arms outstretched, mixed media on paper, and 16,000, 17,000 Rand. At 17,000 Rand. At 17,000. Any more? At 17,000 Rand. 18,000, 19,000. Next bid is 20. Holding, yes, your bid at 20. Thank you, 5204. You have it and selling at 20,000 Rand. Sold at 20,000. 5204. My last lot of this evening before I hand over to B. It's lot number 170. The tire suspended from a pole by Chu, the Cuban artist. And thank you, 17,000. At 17,000 Rand. At holding at 17,000 Rand. Any further advance of 17,000 Rand? Sure? Against you all then at 17,000 Rand. Pass at 17,000. Thank you very much.
Yes. Ready? Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Susie. Let's continue now with lot 171. This is the work by the Cuban photographer Carlos Caracoa. Yubizume Honor is the name of this artwork. This is from the Linda Givon collection as well. Mentor, pioneer, patron, influencer, incredible lady, founder of Goodman Gallery. And start the bidding at 22,000 Rand, 25, 28, at 28,000 Rand now, at 28,000, at 28,000 Rand, at 28,000 Rand, at 28,000. Very interesting work at 28,000 Rand. Holding at 28. Are we all done at 28,000 then? Pass at 28. Moving on to lot 172, the Lucas Samaras, American artist, a painted plaster white collar. Looks so real, it's incredible. Greek-born American artist, mixed media. And start the bidding for this lot at 65,000. At 65,000 Rand. At 65, 70, 75. At 75,000 Rand. At 75,000. Holding at 75, at 75,000 Rand. All done at 75,000. Pass at 75. Lot number 173, hanging here on my right, this incredible work by Merlin Evans, British painter, printmaker, and sculptor. Very cubist work, credible work, all on canvas laid down on board, and start the bidding then at 85,000 rand. At 85,000 rand. At 85. At 85,000 rand. At 90,000, 95. At 95,000 rand. No? At 95. 100,000 I have, thank you. At 100,000 rand. The bid is online at 100 now. At 100,000. Holding at 100. Fair warning then at 100,000 rand. Sold, thank you, 5315. Lot number 174. This is the first of the works by John Piper, titled Home With Thee. This is a gouache on paper. And start the bidding at 48,000 rand. At 48,000. 50,000, 55. At 55,000 rand now for the John Piper at 55. At 55,000 rand. 60,000 I have, thank you. At 60,000 rand now. At 60,000, thank you, 5252. The bid is with you at 60,000 rand. Fair warning then at 60,000. Sold, thank you, 5252. 60,000, 5252. Lot 175. The John Piper Kirkham Prior Gateway, executed in 1988, 37 out of 100. And start the bidding. This is a color etching on paper at 11, 12, 13,000 rand. At 13,000 rand I have. At 13,000 rand. 14,000, 15,000 against you. It's at 15,000, it's against you online. Next bid is 16,000 rand. 16,000, thank you. 5252, the bid is with you at 16,000 rand now. At 16,000 rand. Holding at 16,000. No more. Selling then for 16,000. Sold 5252. Lot number 176. Another work by John Piper, pencil and gouache on paper, titled Sketch for Tapestry, Witwatersrand University, and start the bidding at 55,000 now. At 55, 60, 65, at 65,000 rand. At 65. At 65,000. Holding at 65. No? At 65,000, then fair warning, pass at 65. Lot 177, this very interesting work by Israeli artist Yaakov Acham, Homage to Bach. Start the bidding then at 22, 25,000. I have 28,000. It's against you. At 28,000 rand now. It's against you online. At 28. At 28,000 rand. 30,000, thank you. 5114. At 30,000 now. It's your bid online. 5114, thank you. At 30,000 rand. Holding at 30 then. 32,000, new place. 5319 at 32,000 rand. At 32. At 32,035 now, new bidder. 5345, thank you. 35,000 rand. At 35. 38. Back with 5319 now. At 38,000 rand. At 38. 40,000. 5114 at 40,000 rand. 42. Back with 5345 at 42,000 rand. At 42,000 rand. 5345, the bid is with you. At at 42, 45. Back with 5114. At 45. At 45,000 now. Holding at 45, 48,000. Back with 5345. At 48. At 48,000 rand now. Holding at 48. 50,000 I have. At 50,000 now. At 50,000 rand. At 50,000. 55 now. At 55. 5345, it's with you at 55, against you 5114. Holding at 55,000. No more. Fair warning at 55,000 rand. Sold at 55, 5345. Lot 178, this is the lovely large-scale work by Taras Loboda, Ukrainian artist. Present lot embodies a contemporary Japanese garden aesthetic filled with lovely, vivid colors that create a sense of harmony and tranquility. I have some interest in this lot. Start the bidding then at 28, 30, 32, 35,000 rand. Against you online at 35,000. At 35,000, 38 I have. At 38, bid is online now, 5358 at 38,000. 40,000 now with Ian on the telephone. Against you online at 42, back online. 45 with Ian. 48 back online. 50,000 with Ian. 55,000 back online. Ian's bid at 60 now, on the telephone, against you online, at 60,000. At 60,000, the bid is with Ian, it's against you online. Would you like to try 65? Thank you. New place, 65,000, 5059. Ian's bid at 70,000 now. At 70. At 75,000 now. Back with 5358 at 75. 80,000 back on the phone. Thank you. At 80,000 back on the phone with Ian on the telephone. It's against you online. At 80,000 rand. Your bid, Ian, holding at 80. Fair warning now at 80,000. Are we all done? Sold. 80,000, thank you, 5289. Nice price. Lot number 179, this is the Australian artist Po Ling Yo artwork, lovely artwork titled Lily Pads. And start the bidding at 17,000 rand, 18, 19, at 19,000. At 19,000 for the Po Ling Yo. At 20,000, thank you. At 20,000 rand. Bids online at 20, holding at 20,000 now. At 20,000, 22, new place. Paddle 5145 at 22. At 22,000. At 22,000 rand. Holding at 22. Fair warning now at 22,000 rand. 25. I have. New bidder. Thank you. At 25. At 25,000. 28. It's with you, paddle 5145 at 28,000. At 28, 30,000 now. Back with 5328 at 30,000 rand. 32. 32,000 now. 5145 with you at 32,000 rand. At 32. At 32,000 rand. Holding at 32, fair warning at 32,000 rand now. Selling for 32,000, sold 5145. Lot number 180, this is the first of these large-scale works by Giulia Cicerone, Australian artist, titled Seduce Me with the Truth. Bold, highly detailed works that she describes as a sort of painterly movie, and start the bidding at 48,000, 50,000, 55, at 55,000 rand now, at 55,000 rand, at 55, at 55,000 rand, at 55, holding at 55, looking for 60, at 55,000 rand. No? Nothing coming in, nothing in the room. At 55,000, then pass. Second of the works by Giulia Cicerone, titled Grounded, and 48,000 rand then to start this. At 48, 50,000, 55. At 55,000 rand. At 55,000. Holding at 55. At 55. 60,000 I have, thank you. 5319 at 60,000 rand now. At 60,000. All done. Selling then for 60,000. Thank you very much. 5319. 5319. Lot number 182. This is the first of the works by Dame Elizabeth Frink. Links from 8 animals. And this is a lithograph on paper executed in 1970. And start the bidding at 7,500. 8. 8.5. At 8,500 rand. At 8,500 rand now. At 8.5. At 8,500. Holding at 8,500 rand. At 8.5. No? At 8,500 then. Pass at 8.5. Lot number 183, the Dame Elizabeth Frink, Lying Down Horse, signed in lithograph on woven paper, signed and numbered 248 out of 250, and 7,500 rand to start this. At 7,500, 8,000, 8,500, at 8,500 rand, at 8.5, at 8,500 rand now. Would you like to jump in? It's at 8.5 against you. 9,000 now with Elmarie on the telephone. Thank you. At 9,000 rand. It's with you, Elmarie, at 9,000 rand. Holding at 9. At 9,000 rand. All done. Fair warning then, at 9,000 rand, I shall sell to you, Elmarie, to your bidder at 9,000. Thank you. And the number, please? 5209. Thank you very much. Lot 184, this is the Lovely work by Thomas Woodward, the British artist, rider and his dog, executed in 1822, and start the bidding at 9,500 rand. At 9,500. 10,000. 11,000 now. At 11,000 rand. At 11,000 rand. At 11,000 rand. Holding at 11. At 11,000 rand. No? At 11,000 rand then. Pass. Lot number 185, the work by Susie Whitcomb, the Royal Ascot, famous British equine artist, and start the bidding at 10, 11, 12,000 rand I have. At 12,000 rand. At 12,000 rand. Bidders with me at 12. At 12,000 rand now. At 12,000 rand. Holding at 12. All done. At 12,000 rand then selling. Fair warning now. Sold. 12,000 rand, 5303. Moving on then to the work by Arthur Wardle, the British artist celebrated for his celebrated animal painter known for his lifelike portrayals of both domestic and exotic animals, in this case, leopards stalking prey. And 190,000 rand to start this at 190. At 190,000 rand, 200,000. At 200,000 rand. At 200,000 rand. At 200,000 rand. Lovely rendition of two leopards stalking with, I think, the moon rising or setting or the sun setting in the background. 200,000 rand, no more. At 200,000 rand then. Pass at 200. Lot number 187, always an honor to be handling a work, a big oil by Adolf Jentsch. Huge tragedy when so many of his oils were lost, that were stored in the barn and were destroyed by fire in 1975. This lovely, evocative and beautiful work by the Namibian painter Adolf Jentsch, executed in 1938. And 480,000 to start this, at 480. At 480,000. 500,000, 550. At 550,000 rand. At 550. At 550,000 rand now. No? At 550. Pass at 550. Lot number 188. This is the Windmills by Mark Payne, the Australian artist, executed in 2002. And 19,000 rand. 22,000 I have. At 22,000. At 22,000 rand now. At 22. At 22,000. Holding at 22,000 rand. At 22. At 22,000 rand. No? At 22,000 rand. No more. Fair warning at 22. Pass at 22. Lot number 189. This is the Geoffrey Dashwood, titled Woodcock, 6 of 15. Delightful little work. And start the bidding at 13, 14, 15,000 I have against you. At 15,000 with me. It's against you online. At 15,000 the bid is with me. At 15. Holding at 15,000. Bid is on the book. 16,000. 17,000. Back with me. 18, 19. My bid at 19. 20,000, 22 back with me. 25, 28 is my bid. At 28,000, the bid is with me. It's against you online. At 28, 30,000. Back with me at 32. Oopsie, back with me at 32,000. At 32, 35, 38 back with me. Back with me at 38,000 now. Holding at 38,000, 40,000, 42,000 is my bid. At 42. With me at 42, it's against you online. At 45, 48,000 back with me. At 48,000, holding with me, it's against you online at 48,000, my bid. At 48,000 rand. No? At 48,000. My bid against you at 48,000, selling for 48,000 rand, then sold. 48,000 by number 5317. Lot number 190, the hawk by Polish sculptor Walenty Patel, and start the bidding at 4,200, 45. Thank you. Online, 48 against you. At 4,800 now, it's against you online. At 48. It's against you online at 48. 5,000, thank you. 5115, new place at 5,000 rand. At 5,000 rand. Lovely, strong and imposing hawk. 5,500, thank you. Back with 5344. At 6,000 now. 5115, thank you. At 6,000. 6.5. At 6,500, your bid 6344. At 6,500 rand. At 6.5. Anything coming in? At 6,500, holding at 6.5. Against you 5115. All done. Fair warning now. 6,500, then sold 5344. Lot number 191, the very sweet little otter by Peter Allen, American sculptor, executed in 1983, and 8,500 rand then to start this. 9,000, thank you. 9,500 against you. At 9,500 now, it's against you online. At 9,000, 10,000, thank you. At 10,000 rand, paddle 5115, thank you. Your bid at 10,000. At 10,000 rand. 11,000, new place. At 11,000 now, it's against 12,000. Back with 5115 at 12,000 rand now. At 12,000. 13,000. 14,000. At 14,000 rand, paddle number 5115, it's against you 5274. 15,000. At 15,000 rand. At 15,000 rand. Holding at 15,000 rand. It's against you 5115. With you 5274. Fair warning. Selling for 15,000 rand, then sold 5274. Thank you, and thank you to the underbidder. And lot number 192, this is the Little Piggy by Nick Bibby. So sweet. And meticulously crafted, very sweet little British lop pig. And start the bidding at 22, 25, 28,000 rand. At 28,000 rand. At 28,000. 30,000, 32 I have. At 32,000 rand. Bidders with me at 32. It's against you online. Would you like to try one more bid? At 32,000, the bid is with me. At 32,000 rand for sweet little piggy at 32,000 rand. No more. Fair warning then at 32,000, sold 5199. Lot number 193. This is the first of the works by Czechoslovakian artist Zdeněk Burian. This one is titled Archeo something or another, the Feathered Dinosaur. He's widely regarded as one of the most influential paleo artists. Lots of interest in this lot, and start the bidding then at 18, 19, 20, 22, 25,000 rand. At 25, oh, never mind, 55,000 rand online. 60,000 I have. At 60,000 I have. Wasn't paying attention. At 65, 70 back with me. 75, 80 I have. 85, 90,000 I have. 95, 100,000, the bid is with me. 110,000 online against you, Kayleen. 120,000 now on the phone with Kayleen. 130,000 back online. 140,000 with Kayleen. 150,000, 160,000. Kayleen's bid at 170,000 back online, 180,000 with Kayleen. 190,000 back online, 200,000 Kayleen's bid. 220,000 back online. 250,000 new place online. 280,000. At 280,000 now. 300,000, thank you, Kayleen. It's against you online. 320,000. New place. No, not new place. 320. 350,000 now. 350,000, the bid is online against you, Kayleen. At 350,000 now. At 350,000, we're looking at $19,900 at 350,000 rand. 380,000 at 380,000 rand now. $400,000 I have online. At 400,000 now. One more try, Kayleen. You never know. At 400,000 rand. It's incredible detail. I mean, look at that. At 400,000 rand. No? Holding at 400,000 with paddle 5121. It's against you 5091. It's against you, Kayleen. Holding at 400,000 rand now. Are we all done? Selling for 400,000, sold 5121. Gosh, that is exciting. And that's just the first one of three. Lot number 194, the second of the works by Zdeněk Burian, and 60,000, as I said, well, I didn't say it, there's a lot of interest. I have 60,000 online at 60,000. It is online, 65, 70,000 against you I have. At 70, 75, 80,000 back with me. 85, 90,000, it's my bid. 95 with Kayleen, 100,000 with me. At 100,000, 110 back with Kayleen on the telephone. Against you online. Kayleen's bid at 110. 120 back online. 130 with Kayleen. 140 back online, 150 with Kayleen, 160,000, 170,000 Kayleen's bidder, 180,000 online, 190 with Kayleen, 200,000 thank you online, 220 with Kayleen, 250,000 back online, against you Kayleen, 250,000 bid is online, paddle 5121, 280 with Kayleen. At 280,000, Kayleen's bid. 15,000, 300,000 online now. 5121. At 300,000, I nearly said dollars. 320 I have online, the next bid is 350. $320, $350 back on the telephone with Kayleen. It's against you, 5121. Give me 380. At 350 now, with Kayleen on the telephone. Thank you. 380,000 against you. Looking for 400 now. At 380,000. I'll take 390. Holding at 380,000. Thank you. No? At 380,000 rand, $21,700 at 380,000 rand. Fair warning now. Sold. Thank you. 5121. Gosh, what exciting. Aren't there more? Lot number 195. This is the last of the works by Zdenek Burian. I'm not going to try and pronounce the title. They look like lovely, playful dolphins. In English, interest again, 32,000, 35,000 I have, at 35,000, at 35,000 with me, 38 with Kayleen. It's against you online, it's on the telephone, 40,000 I have, online, 42,000, 45,000 with Kayleen. I have 48,000 now. 50,000 I have. Next bid is 55. No, online. 55,000 with Kayleen. Sorry. 60,000 back online. 65,000, 5203 online. Thank you. 70,000, new place. 75, 5121, 80,000 now. 5203 at 80,000, 85,000, 5121. Looking for 90. 90,000, thank you, 5203. 95. At 95,000, 100,000 now, thank you, 5203. At 100,000 now, 110. 5121, thank you, at 110. 120,000, 5203, $6,800. At 130,000 now, 5121. 130,000, 140,000 now. $8,000 at 140,000. Paddle 5203. 150,000. At 150,000 rand now. At 150,000 rand. It's with you, 5121 at 150,000 rand. At 150, 160 now. Thank you. 5203 at 160. 170, 5121. At 170, $9,700 at 180,000 now. 5091, new place. At 180, 190,000. Back with 5121. At 190. At 100, at 200,000. 5091, thank you, at 200,000. At 200,000, I'm happy to continue, please. The next bid is 220. At 200,000. 220, thank you, 5121. At 220. At 220,000. $12,500 at 220,000 rand. Holding at 250,000 now. Thank you, 5091. at 250. At 250,000. At 250. Do we have anything else coming in? At 250,000 now. No? Holding at 250. Fair warning now at 250,000. Sold. 250,000. 5091. 413 bidders. Lovely room, lovely energy tonight. Lot 196, the Cesare Baldacchini di Cesare. This is the Cendrier Mao, the Mao ashtray. French sculptor. This is accompanied by a hardcover edition of Francoise Jolland Kneebone, Chloe Brownstein, etc., etc. Start the bidding at 12,000 rand then, at 12,000, 13, 14,000 rand, at 14,000 rand, at 14,000 rand now, at 14. At 14,000 for the Cesare Baldacchini, at 14,000 rand now. No? At 14,000 rand, pass at 14. And last but not least, the stoneware vase by British artist Paul Philp. There's a sale room notice on this lot. It's signed and dated 97 on the underside. And 13, 14, 15,000 rand I have. At 15,000. At 15,000 rand now. At 15,000 rand. 16,000, 17,000. At 17,000, it's against you at 17, 18,000. At 18,000 rand now, 19,000. At 19,000. 20,000 with me. It's against you online. It's back with me at 20,000 rand. Next bid is 22. 22,000, thank you. At 22,000 rand. Cleared my book. Bid is 25,000. New place. Thank you. 5323 at 25,000 now. At 25,000 rand. It's against you 5204. Holding at 25. 28,000 now. At 28,000. At 28. With you 5204, it's against you 5323 at 28,000 now. 30,000, thank you. At 30,000 rand. At 30,000 now. No? 32. Thank you. Paddle 5204, it's your bid at 32. At 32. Holding at 32 now. It's against you 5323. Would you like to try one more and we'll take it to 35? No? At 32,000 rand. 35 then, thank you. At 35. At 35,000 rand. Next bid is 38. Holding at 35. At 38,000 rand now. At 38. At 38,000. We can round it off to 40. Holding at 38. At 38. Fair warning at 38,000 rand then. No more. Nothing coming in. At 38,000 then, sold. 5204. At 38,000. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing this wonderful sale with us. It's been a fantastic moment for all of us. Thank you, Susie, and my colleagues who worked so hard to put the sale together, all our bidders online, wonderful presence in the room. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Oh.